A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, first published in 1859, is a historical novel set against the backdrop of the French Revolution. It intertwines the fates of characters from London and Paris, exploring themes of resurrection, sacrifice, and the impact of social upheaval. The novel is renowned for its opening line, "It was the best of times, it was the worst of times," which sets the stage for a tale of contrasts and conflict. Plot summary. The novel opens with the world in turmoil, as England and France are on the brink of revolutionary change. In London, the story centers around Charles Darnay, a French aristocrat who has renounced his heritage to live in England, and Dr. Alexander Manette, a former prisoner of the Bastille who has been released after 18 years of wrongful imprisonment. The dual cities and key characters. Charles Darnay. The son of the French Marquis Evrémonde, Darnay rejects his aristocratic title and moves to London, where he marries Lucy Manette. Despite his attempts to escape his past, his family history eventually catches up with him. Lucy Manette. The daughter of Dr. Manette, Lucy is portrayed as a symbol of virtue and compassion. Her love and kindness help to restore her father's mental health after his traumatic imprisonment. Dr. Alexander Manette. Lucy's father, a skilled physician who was unjustly imprisoned for nearly 2 decades. His release marks the beginning of the novel's action, and his suffering and eventual recovery are central to the story. Sidney Carton. A dissolute English lawyer who leads a life of moral decay but ultimately redeems himself through a selfless act of sacrifice. Carton's unrequited love for Lucy and his complex character arc are crucial to the novel's resolution. Madame Defarge. A key revolutionary figure in Paris, Madame Defarge is a fierce advocate for vengeance against the aristocracy. Her knitting of a revolutionary register, which records the names of those marked for death, symbolizes the relentless nature of revolutionary justice. The plot development. The novel's narrative alternates between London and Paris, illustrating the contrasting conditions and the effects of the revolution on both cities. In London, Darnay and Lucy build a life together, while in Paris, the revolution's wrath escalates. The narrative tension builds as the French Revolution intensifies, and the fates of the characters become increasingly intertwined. The French Revolution and its impact. The French Revolution serves as a backdrop to the novel and significantly influences its plot. The Revolution is depicted as a period of chaos and violence, driven by the people's desire for justice and equality. Dickens portrays the revolutionaries' zeal as both justified and excessive, revealing the complexities of revolutionary change. Madame Defarge embodies the revolutionary fervor and vengeance. Her desire for retribution against the aristocracy drives much of the novel's conflict. The revolution's impact on the characters is dramatic, particularly in how it affects Darnay, who is eventually arrested and sentenced to death due to his aristocratic lineage. Themes and motifs. Sacrifice and resurrection. One of the central themes of the novel is sacrifice. Sidney Carton's ultimate act of self-sacrifice, taking Darnay's place at the guillotine, embodies the theme of resurrection. Carton's sacrifice represents his redemption and the possibility of personal transformation. His famous final words, "It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done," highlight the theme of personal redemption through selfless acts. Social injustice and revolution. Dickens explores the social injustices that led to the French Revolution and the consequences of revolutionary fervor. The plight of the oppressed classes and the extremes to which the revolutionaries go reflect the novel's critique of social and political systems. The brutality of the revolution is depicted through scenes of violence and the characters' fates, revealing the duality of justice and revenge. Resilience of the human spirit. Despite the novel's grim depiction of social upheaval and personal suffering, it also portrays the resilience and strength of the human spirit. Lucy's compassion, Dr. Manette's recovery, and Carton's ultimate sacrifice reflect the enduring power of love and personal redemption. Contrast and duality. The novel's title, A Tale of Two Cities, highlights the theme of duality. London and Paris represent contrasting worlds, one of stability and the other of upheaval. This contrast is also reflected in the characters, particularly in the duality of Sidney Carton's character, who transitions from a life of dissolute behavior to one of profound sacrifice. Historical context and literary significance. A Tale of Two Cities is set during a pivotal period in history, and Dickens's portrayal of the French Revolution is both dramatic and historically informed. The novel draws on historical events and figures but is also a work of fiction that reflects Dickens's own concerns about social justice and reform. The novel is notable for its vivid characters and dramatic plot. Dickens's use of historical events to explore universal themes of sacrifice, redemption, and social justice ensures its enduring relevance. The novel's intricate plot, memorable characters, and thematic depth have cemented its place as a classic of English literature. In summary, A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens is a powerful exploration of sacrifice, social injustice, and the impact of revolution. Set against the tumultuous backdrop of the French Revolution, the novel weaves together the lives of its characters from London and Paris, highlighting the contrasts and connections between their worlds. Through its rich narrative and complex themes, the novel offers a profound commentary on human nature and the quest for redemption.